What is up, YouTube? This is DeFGandolf coming to you with another World of Tanks video, and today I'm in my Tier 4 Russian tank destroyer, the SU-85B. Now, like I said, this is a Tier 4 tank destroyer, and this has a very punchy little gun. It is an 85mm gun with, I believe, 130 penetration, excuse me, and 160 average damage. And this is a very, very nice gun, especially for such a low-tier tank as a Tier 4. It can do damage in Tier 6 battles, and it definitely can do amazingly in Tier 4 battles. Now, as you can see, the enemy team is comprised of all Tier 4s and 3s, with the exception of their Wolverine, which is a Tier 5 American tank destroyer. And it does have a punchy 105mm gun, very similar to that of the M4 Sherman. In fact, it's almost exactly the same, it's just the tank destroyer version. And our Tier 5 is the Churchill 1 British Tier 5 heavy tank. And I'm playing this match with my friend Creeper Craze. He's in his M8A1 American Tier 4 tank destroyer. So let's get into it.
Time to roll out.
Right off the bat, we have our FCM36 Pack 40 complaining. But this is a 27% chance to win match. So, you know. But I don't trust everything into XVM. It can be wrong. So, yeah. At this point, I was trying to type in the chat, but I decided against trying to type it because it wouldn't really help the situation any. And also the fact I was about to take a plunge into this pond, which I'm very glad I didn't, because this turns out to be a very good match. Now, we spotted a PZ-3A as well as a T-40, I believe, down on the far side of the straight road here. There's the T-40. And you're about to see the very nice damage of this gun here in a moment. But what I like to do with tank destroyers on this map in lower tier matches is I kind of just like to preside over this road. Just nail anything that tries to come down it. And just deny them rite of passage down here. And this really keeps them from flanking behind our main force in the town. Now this Hetzer, I put a very nice shot for 163 damage through his front. This one bounces, but he is angled, so not a huge surprise there. And a PZ-1C is about to come into my field of view here. And I don't honestly know what he's thinking. He must have known that we had guys sitting down here, so I honestly don't know why he tried to pop out over here. But I'm not complaining. I collect the kill and move on. So that's my first kill of this match. So now I'm moving up. And T-40 gets spotted. I don't want to hit his gun because that can just give me a critical hit and no damage. So I try to aim for the side edge of his tank. I hit my first one perfectly. Second one misses, sadly. And our PZ-1C is putting shots into him. I don't think the PZ-1C has the upgraded gun. Pushing up past the Valentine. The Valentine is a decently well-armored light tank. It's kind of like the AMX-40. I don't honestly know why it's classified as a light tank, but hey, whatever. Medium 3 pops out as a rather crappy Tier 3 British medium tank. So that's not really an issue. I collect the 2 HP kill on this T-40, and that was just way too easy. T-40 also does have a 105mm gun, but in that situation I just wasn't scared of him. But he could have one-shotted me with a good hit. Hetzer here, I don't know what he was doing. I put a very nice shot into his side for most of his HP. And now I know that there's 2 enemy tanks right there, plus an M3 Stuart over to my left. And the SU-85B is not a very well-armored tank, so the M3 Stuart can do damage to me. I don't really want to have to shoot through the column, but I back up and I fire clutch and miss. M8A1 just drives past. He could have killed me, really, to be honest. I don't know what he was thinking there. I put a hole in the wall to hit the Hetzer. Sadly, it doesn't hit the Hetzer after going through the wall, but it doesn't matter. Follow-up shot collects the kill. M3 Stuart, he's done. M3 Stuart, I hated that tank, honestly. I quit that line on the M7, but I didn't like that tank. Medium 3 honestly has no chance. I mean, even he's bouncing off the front armor of this tank. He is only a tier 3 with a very crappy gun. So, you gotta give him that bit of credit. I don't even think he was shooting me in the right place, though. Now, I will pause it here for a moment. At this point, I'm sitting on 5 kills. I didn't even realize that I was sitting on 5 kills with over 1,000 damage. I was just so into this match, I did not realize that at all. And it was also at about this point that my friend Creeper Craze pointed out, "Holy crap, Trey, you're doing amazingly." And I look up there, holy cow, I've got 1k damage and 5 kills. I smell a Top Gun coming on. But then, I almost instantly get hit. This hit takes out both my track and it damages my engine, meaning that I can only move at half speed. And that's a huge cripple with this tank. It is lightly armored with a punchy gun, but it is a fairly agile tank. So at this point, I'm getting really scared. And the Wolverine on their team ended up with 5 kills, sadly. He missed out on the Top Gun. But I would have gotten more XP than him anyway, I do believe. And now there's a bunch of tanks spotted over to the right there. And I make a decision that I think I kind of regret. I decided to move out here and drive across with a Matilda watching me. He hits me there, and I should have died right there. That should have been my death. That right there should have been the end of me. But the Matilda missed twice. So now to get my Top Gun, all I have to do is nail this PZ-3A, miss the first one, and it would take him 1 hit to kill me. He has a pretty crappy gun, but he could have got me. But I fire through the wall, collect him. That's my Top Gun. And this Martyr 38T does end up killing me, sadly, and that is the end of my run with 2.2k damage and 6 kills. And you see me putting in the chat, I was kind of distraught at this point. The enemy had 50 seconds until they win on the cap. And both me and Creeper Craze were kind of distraught at this point. We both had decent matches. Creeper Craze did 1v1 the Wolverine and won, basically tying up his attention for the better part of the match to the point. This PZ-1C, this guy is fearless. The SCM Pack 40 was yelling at PZ-1C for being an idiot. But, as you can see, SCM Pack 40 was just sitting back here licking windows, if you will. He never even left the base area, I do not believe. But, yes, but he does manage to reset the cap. I have to give him that. He does reset the cap, so, yeah. And he starts calling our PZ-1C an idiot for possibly winning the game for us, when he was just sitting back there, sitting in the cap, just hanging out the whole match. That kind of thing just annoys me. And Baylor got rather agitated over it as well. But our PZ-1C is doing the smart thing here. Generally, I prefer to kill all the units in cap, but in this kind of situation, you got to cap. You got to go for it. So he's picked a nice bush where it'll be hard for them to spot him until they get literally into the cap circle. And I don't know what the FCM Pack 40 thought that our PZ-1C could do here. He's only on 26 health. And he's already gotten half the capture points. We have 30 seconds till victory. And at this point, I mean, I'm just, holy crap, we're gonna win this. And this would have been my 2 times XP for my SU-85B as well. This round alone probably could have gotten me most of the way to the SU-85 tier 5. So, at this point, 10 seconds left. I was crossing my fingers, and 5. Oh crap, M3 Lee. And I don't really understand. Okay, so you can see in the top there, base captured by allies. He captured the base before he was killed. And yet, we lost. Because he died. I'm not sure I understand that. My understanding of it was, if the base is captured, even if all your players die after it's captured, you still won, because you captured their base. But we ended up losing this. And I was kind of distraught over that, because that would have been my 2 times XP with a Top Gun. And that would have been a lot of XP. 1.2k damage and a Top Gun and a tier 4 tank. That would have gotten me better part of the way to the SU-85, but nope. The game decided, we'll make him play a few more games. And naturally, for the rest of my little play session, I played for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Naturally, I didn't do more than probably 1k damage. Even my T-28 Tier 8 tank destroyer probably didn't do more than 1,000 damage in any match for the rest of the session. So, yeah, it was a very sad loss, but at the same time, I can't complain too much. I still got plenty of silver and about 800 XP out of it. So, if you enjoyed this video, please do head over to my channel and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the great content coming to my channel in the very near future. And if you have any questions or comments, be sure to drop in the comment section below. This is DeFGandolf signing off. Later, guys.